celebrating the life of local Sacramento legend Charles Groundchuck Thomas. And if you don't know who he is, Charles Thomas was not only a longtime member of Sacramento's music and art community, he was also the inspiration behind Sacramento's annual Chalk It Up Festival. And that's video of him right there playing. And joining us today is photographer and musician Mark Calvite to talk to us about the celebration of his life, because he has passed now. And he was just, Mark, tell us how important he was to the greater Sacramento music and art scene.
Well, Groundchuck was easily one of the most beloved individuals that you would see walking around Midtown and downtown for all these years, since the 80s. And
wow, decades.
Yeah, he exuded, his personality was just punk rock, and he was an exceptional musician and cool guy and just a wonderful human being.
And I think, we talk about Chalk It Up every year, and so many people and families and people who aren't traditional artists take part in this amazing event, and all this art comes from it. He was really the spark behind that, right?
Yeah, I think he served as a very instrumental part of how that became to be. And he participated every year. In fact, just 2 weeks before his passing, he was always defiant, always appearing whenever he could, and frustrating his caretakers, I'm sure.
So he was defiant of the caretakers. He was like, I'm going to get there to chalk it up.
He refused to stay home. He wanted to participate. So just 2 weeks before he passed, he played an entire set with his band, our band, the Sacto Storytellers. And he was there in full effect. And it was really remarkable to see it now. Looking at these videos, it's just hard to imagine how the timing of that.
Right. He was so impactful. Just to give you an example, the Sacramento City Council actually honored him.
Indeed.
Because of just how impactful he's been. So now that he has passed, you want to get together, and this is really a celebration of life for him.
Yeah.
And you needed a venue so big it's happening at Harlow's. So tell us about the event that's happening at Harlow's.
Well, if you like high energy music, this is where you're going to want to be to celebrate and honor the life of Charles Groundchuck Thomas. And we have a stacked lineup. It's going to be something you just don't want to miss. And of course,
tell us something about the lineup.
Well, we have headlining. We have the Losing Streaks, which are one of my absolute one of Sacramento's favorite bands. We have the Sacto Storytellers
that you're in.
Yeah, and Gene Smith from Kai Colin has got his new band called Echo Hill. And we've got the Contraptions and Kill the Precedent, and Mike Blanchard from Tattooed Love Dogs, and he's playing with his two sons, I think, and they're called the Mike Blanchard and the Millennials.
That's pretty amazing.
And you don't want to miss that one. Arguably, the first 20 minutes is going to be one of the most memorable parts of the evening.
So it costs $20. If we can bring up that graphic again, so it costs $20. It's not this weekend; it's next weekend,
correct,
right?
Yeah.
$20. It's on the 19th at Harlow's, 2708 J Street, and like he mentioned, multiple live performances will be going on, a $20 cover fee, but all of those proceeds are going to 3 places: Chalk It Up, and Scholastic Tick Tourette's supporters, and then also Verge Center for the Arts. And I know all 3 of those organizations do great things in lots of different areas of our society.
Yeah, Chuck was very passionate about that. He suffered from Tourette's, and he got along with children and young adults and artists, and he's just very passionate about that. So we're happy to be taking that and to allocate it to the appropriate places.
Okay.
And I have a site for that as well.
All right, Mark, thank you so much for joining us and remembering your friend and someone who was so influential to our society here in Sacramento with the music and arts. We appreciate it. So again, all the information, we'll have that at kcra.com coming up.